Well, welcome guys. We are doing our catalog walkthrough here tonight, and I know I really try hard to keep these to 20 minutes, so I'm going to talk here pretty quickly to try to make it through this, but I appreciate you guys taking the time out here to join in and listen to our different product topics every week. So we try to mix it up, and if you have a specific health concern or an area you'd like more information on, please let us know. That is why we do these, is for you guys to help give information and share and give some education. So, all right, we are going to walk through our catalog, and just a heads up here real fast though, guys, this catalog will be changing here very soon. So we're going to, walk through this, and just note though, there will hopefully be a few more exciting changes coming up here after conference in a few weeks here. So all right, so really fast, just to start off here, kind of, the history of what Shaklee is all about. And from the beginning, Shaklee has been continuing with the focus of sourcing from nature and using nature to help to provide what God gives us to help heal our bodies and support our bodies. So that is what this is about, is using nature, even from an environmental standpoint. They have worked, to make sure that every product has an environmentally conscious approach to it. So from planting trees to making sure that they are promoting a healthy earth here. Take them down a day. All right, here. So we're going to go ahead here and continue on here, guys. So let me, big screen. Okay, there we go. So what is Shaklee? We're going to hear this about a lot tonight, is the Shaklee difference. I think that one of the big key buzzwords right now is organic. And, there's a reason, because organic generally means that there are higher standards, that they do test, beyond what we see conventionally. But note that Shaklee's products are actually way above even organic standards. So when you see organic, it doesn't always mean it's the best. Actually, Shaklee's products they do over 350 tests above organic standards. So, when you're looking to find clean and guaranteed products, the testing is very, very important. And noting too that it's also third-party testing, and having that 100% money-back guarantee is also a big part of making sure that we're keeping the focus on what the claims are actually is true, and that's backed by a 100% guarantee. So, there are definitely options for everybody and every budget. So I wanted you to note that there are so many different things you could look at, from different product lines and different variations of how you can pick and choose to create what is the best program for you. So, and that is the great thing too about Shaklee, is the fact that it's been around for over 100 years, that is why there are so many products, because they know there are no two people that are alike, and that is why we have so many different choices. So we kind of have to figure out what is going to be the best regimen for us to support our health needs. So we're going to kind of walk through, like I said here, some different options and some different areas to focus on here. And this is just kind of giving you some different testimonials. I think it's always great to note that, everyday people like us use Shaklee, but so do Olympic athletes, people that compete at the highest level, to even NASA uses our products to help them in space when they, are coming out of space and readjusting. So there are different people everywhere that are using Shaklee products, which is very cool, because so many people have never even heard of Shaklee. So, all right, so some areas of importance we're going to be touching here is just kind of a quick number view of all the different areas that we have focusing on our health to walk through our catalog. And like I said, guys, we only have 20 minutes, so I'm talking very quickly. So I will open it up for questions at the end, just so we can get through this here. So when we're talking about building health, our building block is very important to be looking at, starting with a good quality protein source. And that is where these life shakes are very unique. And the life shakes, we're going to get into a little bit more depth in these, but there are lots of different types of shakes that Shaklee has. Why? Because once again, we all have different needs. We have, notice a lot of gluten intolerances now, a lot of dairy intolerances. We have people that can't have soy. There's just so many different needs that it's great to know that we can find clean sources of protein that are guaranteed to do the right thing and build where we need it to at a foundation and cellular level. So another product to mention here is our green boosters. This is actually a whole food supplement, which the fiber is intact completely, which is hard to find in many green products. This does not require refrigeration, and it's a great way to get in a lot of your sources of like vitamin K and lutein and things that are found in your leafy greens into a simple form, which is what this green boosters is. So if you're looking for adding more vegetables, that is a great way to do it. And we love adding that to our smoothies. That's a simple way, but you can even throw it into, we add it into our spaghetti. We throw it in ways that the kids won't complain, because usually everybody complains if I throw a bunch of broccoli in their spinach or in their spaghetti. So we can hide it with using something like green. So, all right, getting into our shakes here in a little bit more, because I was going to mention these and all these different options. There are lots of flavors and there's lots of types. So how do you know what's right for you? The majority of people do very well with just using the standard Life Shake that's the soy-based. And the soy-based, if you look at the nutrient breakdown between the soy and the plant, it's very similar. You're going to see all the same properties. It's a complete protein source. It's low glycemic. It has a high amount of protein balanced with the right amount of carbs, fiber, and fat. And that is also going to be guaranteed, too, to not be offset by a high amount of sugar, which is a big concern in many of the shakes you see today. And you can even see here a cost comparison, which a lot of people are wondering, what is the cost of this? Well, when you break it down to $2.58 per meal, that is actually an amazing value. And I think a lot of people, because you buy it in a canister, you're paying more because you're buying more at one time, where if you actually break this down, again, it's a very balanced meal. And we love adding different things to ours, mixing it up, adding things to make. We do smoothie workshops every month to give even more ideas, but there are just a lot of options to help you with meeting your goals. And another key thing to note too is, and again, we're just touching on this, but this also has the research backing it with leucine is a key component in this, and they have found that people that use this as a way for weight management, that has been one of the only diet programs that after 12 weeks of utilizing the Life Shakes into a program with exercise, that clients actually retained 100% of their lean muscle mass, which is huge. So when we are trying to promote better health, whether it's weight loss or just having more energy, we want to make sure it's being done the right way. So if you're using this as a way to lose weight, you can be guaranteed that the weight is coming off from the right places and you're maintaining all of your muscle mass. So studies, I said that this is something that we really need to be talking about more of, is because there are so many companies out there and so many products. How do we know we are different? And this is what proves it. And I actually love this statement right here, that Shaklee users clearly demonstrated lower levels of the most important heart health biomarkers recognized by the American Heart Association. So even by, something like the AHA, they are proving that all of the things that affect our health long-term have been reduced in people that use Shaklee supplements long-term. So this was a 25-year study. It's the longest study that's ever been done on supplements. And out of the 3 control groups of people using store brand, people using no supplements, and people using Shaklee users had long-term better health. So again, that is a huge study to help promote and give you the true data that's there to back up the product. So, and from that study, there was actually 2 different vitamin packs that were developed. And remember, we're still talking about building a foundation. So we want a healthy protein, and then we want to complement that with the right nutrients. And we just had an event here, and we were talking about how, less than 2% of Americans get the required amount of daily vitamins from fruits and vegetables every day that they should have. So 2%. That is, again, to me, astounding, because you think about all the food choices we have, yet we do not eat the required amount of fruits and vegetables every day. And that is where this need for supplementation has been proven to really make a difference if you're getting it from good quality supplements. So this pack that was, again, developed after the whole clinical study on long-term supplements, gives you what you need in a very simple way. This has 10 patents on it, and some of the unique properties of it is especially this Vivix that's in this life strip. So Vivix is definitely going to be a very unique product because it's focused on anti-aging and protecting and repairing DNA, and guaranteed absorption, which there's a lot of products out there that claim resveratrol, anti-aging, does all these miraculous things. But again, they do not have the study. So you'd actually have to drink 100 glasses of red wine to get the equivalent that's 1 serving of this Vivix product. So, this life strip is, again, very comprehensive, has your full spectrum omegas, it has your coenzyme Q10, you're excellent for heart health, your Vitally, dissolves in the stomach. Every product is designed to dissolve where it's supposed to at the right time and do what it's supposed to. The Vitalizer is going to be the other strip option, which, just a little bit different and has your multivitamins, B and C, carotenoids, omegas, vitamin E, and then it also has your probiotics. So focusing on that gut health, which the Life Shakes have digestive enzymes in there, which also help with some things with gut health. But a lot of us also need this extra microflora. So this is in the Vitalizer strip. And this is an excellent visual just to kind of, quickly show you either of the strips. This is what you would have to eat in one day to get the equivalent nutrition of what's in one of those strips. So big fan of these strips. They also stay in your body, so it's time release. So you don't have to worry that you take it and it just creates this, you know, instant boost, but then it's gone in an hour. It actually will stay in your system for 12 hours. And again, it's been clinically proven to do so. So as we keep looking at essential options, now a lot of people say, well, I can't necessarily begin with a strip, and you know, there's lots of different reasons why. You might need to start simpler, but there's also just breaking down the different nutrients. You can always begin with just a multivitamin. So again, great way to start. You have for men, women, and those over 50 would use the gold. And then you can also save a little bit of money by putting it into a plan. So you can actually buy packages. So that's what you're going to see here listed, and kind of getting the essentials put together in a simplified way. So great ways. And there are also additional ways that you can save money too on the pack. So, and I mentioned again this many times now, but the Shaklee Difference. Here's another one. We were talking about the Vivix, and this was a study done on the telomeres, and again proved that people that used the Vivix for over 7 years actually reduced their aging from a decrease of 40% in their telomere length, which again proves that you can slow down the aging process, which this is crucial for, you know, maybe you know someone that has a autoimmune disease, for example, or something that you're trying to slow down the progression of, is the best way that I think about Vivix is very helpful for macular degeneration. Love Vivix. I use it for a circulatory condition, but there's lots of different reasons and uses for it, but this is a very, very special and unique product. And one of the big things that's special to it is this muscadine grape. And I know I'm talking faster, you guys, but there's a lot to cover, so I'm just touching on bits and pieces here. So, but this muscadine grape is also a key component into what's in our youth skincare, but it's very specific type of grape that Shaklee has patented an entire crop of this just used in their products to guarantee it has no pesticides, herbicides used, but it has a very high active amount of polyphenols in there, and that's what's used for the Vivix. So we have a capsule form, or there's a liquid form. It's all cold processed, naturally, preserved and stabilized, so there's never any chemicals used in the preservation process. And most resveratrol products in the market actually contain something called emodin, and it acts as a laxative. So many people that use the types of products that has resveratrol, they notice that they don't feel very good. And a lot of times it is because they're actually losing a lot of nutrition because of that component that's added in there that acts like a laxative. So good thing to know. And it doesn't have sulfates in there, which again, you might have thought earlier when I said you could drink red wine, you'd rather do that. But again, sulfates are a really big concern. A lot of people are allergic to sulfates, so you would not find those in the Vivix because again, it's a big sensitivity issue to many people. So all right, let's get into here our probiotics, which there are a ton of clinical studies on probiotics. And the key to ours is actually where it's released and the timing of it, which is extremely important. There is no refrigeration required for any of our probiotics. There's two of them. There's a little pearl, and then there's this DI. So they have different actually strains of microflora in them. So the other one that we talked about, the little pearl, which you're going to see again here in a little while, is Acidophilus and bifidus. These are going to be different strains that also help with the immunity. So, people ask which one you should take. It kind of depends on what you're using it for. The probiotic, though, the pearl has been around for a very long time, and that is generally where most people begin. And it's used for so many variations of things. And here it is in our digestive section. So now we're getting into more targeted options, but for digestion purposes, the probiotic is, an excellent way to help, with, again, replacing microflora. Think of if you've been on antibiotics, if, I use this all the time for kids with pink eye, for ear infections. It's amazing that so many things manifest that start in our gut, even things like acne and skin issues, you will notice. If you can build up that good bacteria, very crucial. So most people should be on a probiotic. Now, there are a lot of people with major digestive issues that they can't even absorb even a pearl. And that's what your prebiotic does. So if anybody has ever said, well, I tried a probiotic and I didn't notice a difference, you may need to add the pre, because the pre basically opens up and prepares your digestive system for the good bacteria. So that's your prebiotic. So a lot of times they're used hand in hand, but definitely have different functions. So this is going to be also for digestive health Herblax. I know a lot of you on here actually do our 5-day reset with us every month, or you've done the cleanse, maybe recently or in the past. And the Herblax was actually an original Dr. Shaklee product that was developed in 1920. So it has been around literally almost 100 years. And there's good reason for it, because it has so many properties to it as a detoxifying product. So most laxatives deplete, once again, too many vitamins and minerals. So this is going to be 10% laxative, 90% detoxifier. So again, you could use this all the time and not have to worry about the effects of, again, excreting too much at one time. So big fan of Herblax. Stomach soothing, this would be for something like if you've had the stomach flu or motion sickness. Generally, this is used periodically. Some people use it regularly, but generally more of a as needed type product. Easy Just, this would be if you ever heard of Beano. Very similar to that. So this is a multi-enzyme formula that's a digestive aid. Perfect for if you've ever had anybody with digestive concerns like irritable bowel syndrome, heartburn, bloating. If someone has had their gallbladder removed, this is an excellent product to be on because it helps to break down the food because someone doesn't have the help of their gallbladder anymore. So Easy Just is an excellent product. And for fiber, a lot of different fiber options. There's tablets, there's a powder. You'll also notice in those Life Shakes, if you happen to be glancing at that label, if you're paying attention to that, there's a lot of fiber in our Life Shakes too. And fiber for many people is a nutrient that is very void because they do not eat those fruits and vegetables and get enough daily fiber. And you should have 20 to 25 grams where the average American gets about 5 grams a day. So we really need to be looking at adding more fiber. So adding in a supplement can be an excellent way to do that, or even using the Life Shakes or some of the bars here we're going to be talking about. So an excellent way to begin for many of us, if you're kind of at a starting point and figuring out, I have no idea where to begin because I know we have a couple actually new people on tonight. So this is an excellent way for a lot of people to get started, is doing a cleanse or doing the reset. And it's basically a way to protect and support and get your body ready for absorption of good nutrition. So you're cleaning your body out. And these products are going to be kind of the key components of it, including in that is this little liver DTX you'll see over there. And the liver DTX, and this is kind of an interesting fact, but your liver actually has over 500 different functions. So it is involved in so many things that go on with your body. So, you know, your liver helps to regenerate cells, and this stimulates your body's ability to naturally do that and to excrete toxins. So anytime you have had, you know, if you've heard of someone with liver disorders, inflammatory issues, gallstones would be another one, constipation, anything that over time you may have had issues with digestion, doing this cleanse is, I believe, a excellent way to help jumpstart. So maybe even somebody stuck with their weight loss, or maybe you've been on a lot of meds in the past to really help clean out your body. Excellent. And you only do the cleanse actually once or twice a year, but the reset, excellent to do that monthly. So now another product we're going to look at here is focusing on mind health and, you know, Alzheimer's, dementia. That is a really, really popular topic, and the fact that that is continuing to grow, and we're hearing of more and more people with those concerns. So this is a product that helps to enhance your mental sharpness and focus. So promoting more neural connections in your brain. This has been proven to do that. And, you know, I mention these a lot, but learning abilities, Parkinson's, neural-based type challenges, this is an excellent thing to try. Everything that we're talking about here, you have to note that there's no side effects compared to using something like many of your medications or your prescriptions. And not to say that there's not needs for medications and prescriptions, but if we can try natural, you know, as a nutritionist, I've been doing this for over 20 years, I always try to promote first, let's look at doing this, building health and trying to rejuvenate the body and building at the cellular level versus masking the symptoms. So again, excellent product looking at brain health here. Omegas. This is, again, a product that's used for lots of different purposes, but it's critical for brain function. And you'll hear of omegas also talked a lot for heart health, yes. And love that this is an easy to digest, very clean source of omegas, which is hard to find today, getting all the PCBs, mercury, things that are contamination that naturally happen from many of our fish sources. We know that it's a clean source by using the Omega Guard. Again, irregular heartbeat is something we, you know, use omega for. You know, Crohn's, I mentioned irritable bowel syndrome now several times, anxiety, depression can be very helpful for that. And again, high cholesterol to help bring circulation to the body. Omega Guard has a lot of different purposes. And that's also in the strip we mentioned. So it's great that we can get a lot of those nutrients into one area and into one simplified way. So that's why we really love to get people started on one of those strips, I believe, to help notice getting a lot of nutrition to get benefits much quicker. So CoQ10, Raynaud syndrome, if you've ever heard of that. I have a lot of people that use this for that. Again, think of oxygen, circulation. So this actually helps to enhance the body's ability to get your oxygen through your body. So this has actually been found to create a 333% more of a push of getting that good absorption throughout your body compared to powders, which many of your CoQ sources you'll find in the store are actually powdered versions. So big fan of using CoQ Heart for even enhancing athletic performance. It's used a lot for that. Getting in here to continuing to heart health, there are different little like smart like variations you can put together to help with, blood pressure. We have cholesterol type products, which again are all geared towards heart health. And looking into here, just noting too that this is definitely an option for a lot of people that are looking to use a lot of products, are wanting some variation and some variety into what they do. We always mention the Shaklee opportunity because it is a great way to add additional income. Many of us, like how I started way back when, I just wanted my products paid for. So there are definitely ways to really use the Shaklee opportunity. It's an awesome option, and it can bring lots of different opportunities for you. So the immunity products. And immunity, I think a lot of us think of cold and flu season, but I actually have been hearing right now still people with a lot of allergies going on and things that are still, combating us all the time. Going in different environments, in and out of the cold and the heat, and your immune system definitely takes a toll. So if you notice you seem to get sick a lot, you're catching colds, even this time of year, that's great to know we have products that can really make a difference in immunity. Nutriferrin. Love this product. Think of allergies, trying to balance your immune system, whether your immune system is too high or too low, this creates a balance effect. So again, we use a lot of this for allergies and asthma, cancer, something that, you have to increase your white blood cell count. This took over 45 years in research to develop this product. It was interferon, you'll actually hear still used today because it's injected in cancer patients. But Shaklee was the first company to actually put it into a pill formula. So Nutriferin, again, think of immunity, amazing product. Now we also have options that are great for like a quick burst. That's this immunity, vitalized immunity. It's like a tablet similar to Emergency. Drop in a glass of water, let it dissolve, and it will help to provide 16 oranges worth of vitamin C. So it's a quick burst. And then we look at something like Defend and Resist. This has echinacea in there. That's a very popular product. Echinacea, elderberry, a lot of people were talking about that this past winter. And you can suck on this, you can chew on it, you can make it into a tea, but it kicks your immune system into action and really helps to increase your white blood cell production. But this isn't something you necessarily need to use year round. This is one that you use for generally, they say 7 days, take a break, and then if you need it again, you could add it later. But again, perfect for when you need that little bit of help with your immune system. So again, guys, we're covering lots of areas of health. Now we're going to get into things for different areas of relief, stress relief complex. Again, I keep saying that many of these are great products, but this one, I have so many clients that will tell you that this is a product that blunts your cortisol response. And when that happens, when you notice your body is under stress, that's immediately what happens is you feel anxious. This helps to calm you. So again, you think of maybe somebody that gets a lot of headaches, sleep issues. I have people that use this before they go to bed to help calm them down. People that have ADHD, ADD, stress, anxiety, panic attacks, anytime that, again, when your body's under stress and you can feel the effects of that, this will help to calm you down. So stress relief complex, again, some people use it all the time, but some people use it as needed, especially when you're going through like a major life, you have something, in your life that changes, and excellent product for that. So mood lift complex, think of a natural antidepressant. This would be one of the very few products that you would not want to use with a prescription, basically because it's going to alter the effects if you're on an antidepressant. But most other product, because they're nature-based, you do not have to have any concerns. So and we look at this one here, pain relief complex. It's pretty self-explanatory. You would use this like you would Tylenol, ibuprofen, but again, no side effects. It's not going to make your stomach bleed using it long-term. You don't have to worry about, again, the negative effects of using this on a long-term basis. So again, headaches, PMS symptoms, sciatica, anytime you need, again, a natural pain relief, that's what we use this for. And this would be a topical version of that. So, most of the time we think of sore muscles, but this actually acts as a way to turn off your pain mechanism. So even if you notice you have like an issue where it's a chronic thing, sometimes using this every day can help to relieve some of that pain. So topically, great option. Getting into bone health, we have Osteomatrix, so helping to basically increase the amount of bone building properties in your body naturally. And this is guaranteed to dissolve within 1 to 7 minutes. If you take calcium right now, try that with your over-the-counter one. If it doesn't dissolve within about 7 minutes, it's basically not doing any good in your body. So this is one that should be quick to dissolve. Same with your multivitamins. Joint Health Complex. This would be one too that is very fast acting. Most people notice a difference within about 5 days. So again, anything to do with joints, carpal tunnel syndrome, arthritis, someone that's had joint surgery, fibromyalgia, tendinitis, any of the itises, you know, a lot of times that has to do with joint type issues. So Joint Health Complex. Eye Health, Carotamax is going to be perfect for helping improve with eye health. Your Alfalfa Complex, this is another original Dr. Shaklee formula. It alkalizes your blood. So when that happens, it's going to make a big difference in keeping your pH more normalized. So that's why it's part of our reset, part of our cleanse, because we're trying to, you know, get rid of and detoxify by getting too much of the acid in our body down. So that really will help with, you know, many things. Anytime you have things like gout or your respiratory issues, even bad breath, athlete's feet will use our alfalfa for. So lots of uses for alfalfa. And specialized, there's going to be lots of different, you know, specific type nutrients, which I know we're out of time, so I'm just going to really quickly just kind of highlight what each of these are. So sleep complex, pretty self-explanatory. Use it before bed, a great way to help with relaxing and promoting longer term sleep. Core energy, quick boost. So anytime you struggle with chronic fatigue, you need energy throughout your day, this is going to give you that even energy. Glucose regulation complex. Think of pre-diabetic, someone that needs to keep their blood sugar levels more stabilized. Excellent product for that. Saw palmetto, generally for men health, this is perfect to help keep basically urinary flow continuous and helping prevent prostate cancer. So GLA complex, focused on women's health, so helping with regulating hormones. If you notice you have a lot of PMS symptoms, GLA complex is excellent to try. Menopause balance complex, this is again, as you may age and you may notice you don't want to be doing things like hormone replacement therapy, this is an excellent alternative to help with some of those symptoms, hot flashes, and helping to basically mimic the function of human estrogen. That's what it does. So very similar in a natural way of giving your body what it needs to help decrease some of those symptoms. So here's where we again have continuous you know, options for looking at ways to give yourself a boost. B complex, happy vitamins, help to absorb so many different things in our body. Vitamin D3, which is again another one of those that is useful for so many things. And I know people have always, you know, been hearing more and more of this in the news, but most of the time vitamin D3 is something many of us need to add more of into our diet. So again, this area, a lot of you guys I know are local, so you're in Michigan, seasonal affective disorder, huge. We need to add more vitamin D3 because we just do not get enough of that during our day. So supplementing with that can be huge. Different options for vitamin C. You know, you bruise easily, add more vitamin C. The sustained release one is great because it stays in your system versus just getting like a chewable, which is going to be immediate. But these are great to keep around, a chewable form of vitamin C. You've got vitamin E, zinc, iron, garlic complex, magnesium, another different option for a specific targeted nutrient. Chewable CalMag Plus, excellent for like heartburn. Think of a Tums. You could use that for immediate relief. Muscle cramps, Charlie horses. I used them a lot during pregnancy. If you ever had those great Charlie horses and get those cramps in your like I always got in my calf, but to take it immediately to help release that, that's great. Growing pains, another one. So looking at kids here, excellent options for multivitamins. Now, generally the kids, we consider it to be up until they can swallow the Vital E, they can use the kids' vitamins. We have adults that even use these. So, but it also has a specific component of what's called lactoferrin for immune health. So that's what makes these very different. And again, has whole food sources of all the nutrients you see there. So our sports nutrition line, I definitely don't want to neglect this because they're all amazing products that, you know, are developed and used on athletes and Olympians, and there's different products targeted towards different areas to help with enhancing performance. So there's going to be more of a endurance line and more of a performance line, and basically the products vary depending on how intense your workouts are. So if you're looking for more energy, you're looking for recovery, you're looking for a electrolyte balance for using it during your workouts during summertime. Think of even just everyday people. You're out mowing the lawn, you sweat a lot, you have kids that are in sports. You know, these products are awesome to keep on hand. So also this recovery used before bed is great to help with sleep. This is actually 15% off the member price this month. So I want to make sure I mention the recovery there really quickly. So great product with tart cherry juice extract in it. getting into our whole weight management program. We had talked about that leucine a little bit ago, and this is going to be the entire program that is all powered by that leucine, and an excellent way to help with controlling blood sugar levels and really helping to stay out of that famine response. So your body continues to stay, feeling fuller longer. That's kind of the focus of this too. So love the starter pack. It's a great way to try a lot of the products using the tea, the snack bars, getting you the shakes. So feel free to whoever invited you to maybe, learn a little bit more about this, ask some more questions, because there's a lot of these products that I think could benefit any of us. I don't care what your goals are, but even the snack bars, keeping them in your car, having a great, high fiber snack that's very balanced, perfect amount of calories, and that's hard to plan in a food source. So having these convenient options, I think, are key for many of us because we are busy and we need quick options. Same with these meal bars, love them too for a quick option, even we don't have time to make a shake. So, and this weight management program has evolved throughout the years, so it's pretty cool to see where it's at today, that it has continued to just remain what it started with. It's always been gluten-free, low glycemic, but the continuation of what they find through science, they just continue to make it better and better. Same with our skincare. So just to mention the youth here, free of so many different chemicals, men, women, anybody can use this. Sensitive skin, perfect for every area on your body, that we have different options for focusing on skin. So love the skincare system. And again, clinically proven to not have the chemicals, but still has the results, which that's what you're going to find different. There's a lot of skincare out there that works, but it's not safe. And that's the huge difference with our youth products. So there's lots of different varieties of what you can use as far as more hydrating, looking at more of, still the properties of reversing the aging. So again, you can kind of pick and choose according to what your needs are. And again, you can also individualize. This was very cool. So, and there's an eye treatment too, which is awesome for those of us that need a little help around the eye area. And just to mention here, these BB creams, which are like a tinted SPF. And there is also an SPF component in one of the lotions there. But the BB creams have an SPF 30 in them. You can mix and match colors, and they're actually buy one, get one free this month. So I have to mention these because they've never done that before. But excellent to even use as like a sunless tanner. You can use this instead of foundation, but again, with no chemicals and still has the SPF protection. So love this. Since I started using this, I never get burned anymore. And I am famous for burning. I've had blisters, I can't tell you how many times. So love the BB cream. And then you need just specific areas. Again, SPF for body. Here's your full body lotion for putting everywhere. Your moisturizer for after a shower. You have a shower gel. You have your after shower gel. We have kids and baby products specific to targeted towards them. And last area to cover here really quickly is our Get Clean line, which again, a lot of us, we're trying to get rid of the chemicals we're putting in our bodies, but it's just as important as what we're putting around our bodies. And that's where these products were developed. And this Basic H2 has been around since 1960. It's a product that was a foundation back in the environmental awareness of trying to find products that were green. This was the first Earth Day product as a biodegradable cleaner. And they have every product since then has continued to keep the focus of being completely safe. And I always say green does not mean chemical free, but these products are all chemical free. I'm not telling you to do this, but you can actually eat or drink any of our products and not have to worry about any harmful effects, which is unheard of with most cleaning products that you would use today. So everything from dishwasher to washing your dishes to your laundry detergents to even disinfecting type properties, there are options. So love the Get Clean. It doesn't show it here as a pack, but there's an excellent way to get started, which is our starter kit. And it's $99 to get everything you need to get started replacing everything from, everyday cleaners to laundry to dishes in a simplified way and giving you all the tools with that too. So love the Get Clean kit. So last but not least, our water purification. So also mentioning this here really quickly, that this was the first of its kind to actually have a multi-patented water filtration, and you can see it in that little cartridge there, that it actually takes out more chemicals than Brita, and it's been, a great way for people to save money. And just a little fun fact about Shaklee, I thought this was pretty cool, that because again, most of us are in Michigan here, that when Flint had the huge issue with all the contamination of the water, that Shaklee actually sent all the people in Flint that were Shaklee members one of these water pitchers because, they needed clean water. So that's a pretty cool benefit of having these products, that the Shaklee is doing good. And they have a whole Shaklee Cares program that if there is any disaster relief anywhere, Shaklee is actually going to play a part in doing what they can to help with giving in areas in need some different products. So that was pretty cool. They just recently did that in Flint, Michigan. So, all right, guys. Well, I hope that was helpful. I know I just talked really fast. I'm going to stop this recording and then I will open it up for questions here.